welcome back. This is our grade 10 maths lessons. I am Miss Awinup, your maths teacher. Okay, in our last lesson, we looked at solving simultaneous equations by using the graph and the elimination method. Okay, in today's lesson, we are still on simultaneous equations, okay, but we are going to use another method, which is the substitution method, okay. Okay, so let's see. On my first visit to the market, all right, I bought one bunch of bananas, okay, and I also bought 7 onions. Okay, I spent 6 kina 50 toya. Okay, on my second visit to the market, all right, in the same week, this time I bought 2 bunches of bananas, all right, 2 bunches of bananas, and this time I bought 17 onions. Wow, that's a lot of onions, huh? Okay, but I bought 17 onions and I spent a total amount of 15 kina 25 toya. Okay, 15 kina 25 toya. Now you can see from the amounts of items I bought here that there are 2 sets of information. Items I bought on my first visit and items I bought on my second visit. So using simultaneous equations, I can find the cost of 1 bunch of bananas and I can also find the cost of 1 onion, okay? But the first thing I need to do is form 2 equations. 1 equation to represent this set of information and another equation to represent this set of information, okay? So let's see. Let's say bananas, okay, will be represented by the variable x, and onions will be represented by the variable y, okay? So 1 bunch of bananas, so that's just x, plus I have 7 onions, so we have 7y, and equal to, I spent 6 kina 50 toya, okay? The second lot of information, again we will represent bananas with x and onions with y. So this time I bought 2 bunches of bananas. So we will say 2x plus 17 onions, okay, 17y. And I spent more money, 15 kina 25 toya. Okay, so there are our 2 equations, one to represent each set of information. Okay, equation 1 and equation 2. Now to make solving easier, we don't want to use these numbers with decimal points. So we are going to make them whole numbers. Instead of using kina, we will use toya. So equation number 1 will be x plus 7y equal to 650 toya. Okay, and equation number 2 is 2x plus 17y equal to 1,525 toya. All right, so here are the 2 equations we are going to use. So let's rewrite our equations up here. We have x plus 7y equal to 650, and we have 2x plus 17y equal to 1,525, okay? Now we need to find a variable that we can make the subject of the equation. Okay, here, equation number 1, we have coefficient of y is 7. We don't want to end up with difficult numbers, okay? So you look at x, coefficient is 1, so it would be easier to make x the subject, okay? So all we are doing is rearranging the formula. We are not changing anything. So we take 7y across to this side of the equation so that equation 1 now becomes x equal to 650 minus 7y. Okay, x equal to 650 minus 7y. All right, so this is equation number 2. We are going to substitute. Okay, x equal to 650 minus 7y into equation number 2. Okay, so let's see, 2x plus 17y equal to 1,525. Instead of writing x in the equation here, we are going to substitute, or in other words, replace x with this part of the equation. Okay, so 2 times 650 minus 7y plus 17y is equal to 1,525. So 2 times 650 is equal to 1,300. Okay, 2 times negative 7y will be minus 14y. Okay, plus 17y equal to 1,525. All right, now we collect our like terms. Minus 14y and plus 17y are like terms, so we are going to collect those two. 1,300 plus, okay, 17y minus 14y will give us 3y, okay, equal to 1,525, okay. So now we have one equation with only one variable, that's y. By substituting, we have removed the x variable, okay. Now we're going to find the value of y. Take 1,300 across to this side. So we have 3y equal to 1,525 minus 1,300. Okay. 3y, 3y is equal to, let's see, 225. Okay, 225. So we are going to find y by division. Y is equal to 225 divided by 3. Okay, y is therefore equal to 75. Okay, now what does this tell us? This simply tells us that for one onion, because y represents onions, for one onion I paid 75 toya. So to find x, I will use the value that I have found, which is 75 toya. Again, substitute into one of the equations and I'll find the value of x. Okay, so we are going to use equation number 1 to do that. Equation number 1 is x plus 7y. Okay, let's see. X plus 7y equal to 650. All right, in place of y, I'm going to write 75. So x plus 7 times 75 equal to 650. Let's see, x plus 7 times 75. X plus 7 times 75 is 525 equal to 650. Okay, now we have x. And this number here, we're going to take this to this side of the equation. So x is equal to 650 minus 525. X is therefore equal to 125. Now this is in Toya. Don't forget that. We changed our kina to Toya. So one bunch of bananas cost 125 Toya. Okay? In other words, it was 1 kina 25 Toya for a bunch of bananas. All right? Now, once we have found the values of both variables, it's very important that you check your answers. Okay? Always check your answers. So we are going to use x plus, or let's use the second equation, 2x plus 17y equal to 1,525. Okay, so 2 times x is 125. Okay, so 125 plus 17 times 75 equal to 1,525. All right. Now 2 times 125 is equal to 250 plus 17 times 75 is equal to 1,275 equal to 1,525. Now, if the result of these two numbers being added together is equal to 1,525, then we say there is a balance. This side is equal to this side. So our answers for x and the y variable will be correct. Okay, so let's see, 250 plus 1,275. We have 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. And 1,525. Okay, so you can see that as the two numbers added together will give me this, so both sides are equal to each other. That means that 75 Toya per onion and 1 kina 25 Toya per bunch of bananas is correct. Okay, so I have actually solved 2 equations at the same time using the substitution method. Now, one very important thing we must remember about the substitution method is that you can use this method on any 2 type of equations. Okay, there are no limits like in the elimination method, and with the graphs you have so much to point out, draw here, there, it takes so long. So substitution method is the best method to use. Okay, this brings us to the end of our work on simultaneous equations. In our next lesson, we are still looking at equations, and it gets more interesting. We are going to look at quadratic equations. Okay, I hope to see you then. Thank you.